The Tall Cups of Consciousness with Aleya. Welcome. We invite you to find a quiet and comfortable space where you have the capacity to receive these energetic downloads, energetic shifts in a gentle and graceful way. Sometimes when listening to these energetic sessions, you can fall asleep, your mind might go offline, you might drift off, you might get irritated and start wanting to move around. Really let yourself listen to your body's intuition, your energetic intuition about how to receive the work. And in these sessions, there's always several layers. So if you feel called to listen to it more than once, really trust that intuition as well. We always begin the session by calling in the guides to create a safe, sacred space. We call forth the Ascended Masters, your guides, your spiritual advisors, the spiritual council that works with you in the higher realms as you incarnate here in this world. Your animal spirit totems, the Gaia Earth energy, you from the future as an Ascended Master, to gather now around you in this safe and sacred space. We invite your higher self, your body Deva's higher self, the energetic aspect of your physical human form, to actively connect and engage with your own healing source, your own spiritual power, your own spiritual passion and fire, to connect with all aspects of your being. We call forth the appropriate sacred geometric healing holograms and mandalas that have the capacity to support you from a place of clarity, discernment, balance, empowerment, focus, courage, a deep inner strength and connection, integrity, kindness. We ask that these intentions are held in the energetic fields. The very first piece that I see has to do with the heart energy and actually the vibration of kindness. When I tune into that piece, I actually feel Kuan Yin, who has this incredibly masterful, compassionate heart. She is an Ascended Master. She is a consciousness that is incredibly awakened and enlightened. And Kuan Yin is making an appearance right now. She has a very kind of electric, high vibration, but yet gentle vibration in this moment. She doesn't always have a gentle energy, but right now she certainly does. And I'm going to invite your higher self, your body Deva's higher self, your team's higher self, the energy consciousness that surrounds you in another dimension, to work with your energetic fields and the guides, to energetically connect with Kuan Yin in the higher realms. And this is when you take a breath, you let go of your mind's need to understand, control, or do the work, and you just imagine and allow your higher self, your body Deva's higher self, your team's higher self connecting with the essence of Kuan Yin. And she's placing a hand on the back of the heart chakra of the body Deva and another hand on the front of the heart chakra at the level of your higher self. We invite you to energetically receive the appropriate energetic information, frequencies, sounds of kindness for your own inner heart, to be gentle and kind with your own self. It is what will get us through this awakening, this expansion in the coming months and years. And we're simply allowing for that energetic download, that transmission of information, She's saying that there is a very specific energetic configuration that carries the frequency of kindness and gentleness that is held specifically in the heart chakra. It also has a vibration of joy to it. And you're simply allowing your higher self, your body deva's higher self, your team's higher self, to receive this information in your very own unique way, in a way that serves you and supports you. A lot of the times in the world, we haven't experienced someone or something that has been incredibly kind. It can be a very harsh, edgy world. And sometimes people are kind and then they're not kind, and then they're kind and then they're not kind. And this is a very different kind of kindness. It has an incredible sweetness to it, a trust, a gentleness, an allowing, a surrender. And she is saying that she will continue working throughout the session with the heart chakra, holding that vibration of kindness, modeling that energy to you in the higher realms. And we move on to the next piece, which has to do with the sacrum, the tailbone, the base chakra, first chakra, and the second chakra. And I'm just going to take a moment to look at what is going on there. And what I'm seeing is this energetic unraveling happening within the tailbone, within and around the tailbone and the sacrum. And as I look closer at all of the energy that's unraveling, it's interesting. It's like all of our memories, our painful memories, are releasing up and off of that sacrum and that tailbone. If you've had injuries to your legs over the last few months, even the last 3 years, there's been a very subtle, energetic base chakra, sacrum unraveling happening. Knees, ankles, feet, sciatica, low back pain. And what they're saying is that when we go through this unraveling process and a physical injury, discomfort occur, even fatigue, because we get sourced by our energy in that base chakra, it can be from moments and places where we are resisting the release of painful memories. Perhaps we have not fully activated the spiritual lessons of past moments or events. And so when we go to unravel, there's a little bit of a grab, and then that can cause actual injury. I'm going to invite your higher self, your body deva's higher self, your team's higher self, to work with the energetic fields and the guides to energetically locate any of the memories that are unraveling in the base chakra and the second chakra that no longer need to be held there. We ask for an activation of the spiritual lessons within each one of those little memory balls. I'm seeing it as this huge grid of light wrapped around the tailbone. And we're inviting your higher self, your body deva's higher self, and your team in their own unique way of holding energetic memories of the past to activate the appropriate sacred geometric configurations, shapes, sounds, frequencies, and light around every one of those little memories held in that base chakra, to activate the spiritual lesson, to return the karma, to release inappropriate responsibility, to release the old belief systems that no longer serve. And really let your energy self do this work. Let you in the higher realms, your body, Dave, in the higher realms, locate all of those little memory nuggets and let them go. Only keep the vibration of the activation of the spiritual lesson. And your memory for the present moment will improve. It's sort of like we're going and cleaning out the memory hard drive of all memories that are no longer relevant. Over the last few years, we have spiritually grown and evolved more in the last few years than perhaps in 20 incarnations. It's a huge level of growth. And when we spiritually grow and evolve, even if we're not conscious of it, to that degree, that rate, we actually need to release old patterns and programs that no longer serve us. And now I can feel a gentle release starting to happen in the base chakra. I'm going to bring in a tone, and feel free to tone along if you wish, as this gentle release, cleaning, clearing, allowing for the simple activation of the spiritual lesson, the release of the memory to occur. There's been a bit of a pushing energy, forcing, trying to move forward, clear old patterns. And this pushing and this forcing, this impatience, actually keep us entrenched in the old energy. And I'm going to take a look at an energetic solution for that piece. Give me a minute here. Right. Okay. Interesting. So what I'm seeing is that typically we will live lives and we will not process our life during our life. We wait until the end of our life when we're on the other side and we are revisiting. It's like the life review on the other side that people talk about when they have near-death experiences or they die and then they come back. And the process of our life right now is we are again going through so much. We are shifting, evolving, experiencing huge energy downloads, again, more than in all of our incarnations combined. And what I'm seeing is that some part of us will not let go of these old behaviors, this old consciousness, perhaps old challenges and struggles, because the way in which we have let go in the past is we waited until the end of our incarnation, when we are in our life review, to let ourselves move to the next level, to use different, more evolved ways of being. And we're going to do a mid-life review. We invite you at the level of your higher self, your body Deva's higher self, your team's higher self, to work with your energetic fields and the guides, to energetically reference point the consciousness, the awareness, the self-awareness that you have attained in this very moment. All of the experiences, the struggles, the challenges that you may have encountered over the last several years or your entire life up until this point. And we're simply allowing the higher self, the body Deva's higher self, the team's higher self, to just revisit where you truly are at this point in time, where your body truly is at this point in time, in the level of self-awareness. Your mind is not going to know this piece. It's more of a vibrational frequency that your soul is carrying. It's a vibrational frequency your body is carrying. Same for your team. And we're asking for a recalibration of all of the ways in which you learn your lessons. So when we're not very evolved, we have to use sledgehammers to grow and awaken. When we get more sensitive, we just need a gentle touch. We don't need excruciating back pain or a bottomed out financial bank account. So I'm just inviting you, again, at the level of the higher self, that's where I'm going to bring my awareness and watch that work happen, to reference point where you are at this point in time. Good. And then working with your spiritual advisors and your spiritual counsel. Energetically configure the appropriate mechanisms for growth and evolution for where you are now, not where you were when you leapt into this life, the very beginning of your incarnation, but where you are right now. And I can see the council encircling, revisiting all of the current mechanisms. And as they visit with you, your body, your team, at the level of your higher self, I'm going to bring in another component, and that is that often we will use particular mechanisms for spiritually growing and evolving. We will embody lack in order to master empowerment, pain to master presence or trust, grounding. There's a myriad of different things that we will learn using very uncomfortable mechanisms. And as your higher self, your body, David's higher self, your team's higher self, visits with your counsel, your advisors, we're asking that they look at those mechanisms that you currently have in place for learning lessons that are not held from a place of connection, joy, grace, gentleness, sweetness and allowing, trust, surrender, and flow. And to put in place appropriate mechanisms that assist you in activating the vibrations your soul is intending from a place of gentleness, grace, allowing, trust, surrender, empowerment, protection, flow, connection. So they're working in the higher realms. Kuan Yin just said that the work with the heart is completing. She said that kindness actually enables us to open to receive our own inner gifts, wisdom, and mastery to a far deeper degree. And she's saying that she'll explain that more in dream time with you. The next component that the guides are wanting to bring in is speaking to this energetic phenomenon that we are experiencing now and will continue experiencing over the next several years. And that is the phenomenon of dimensions shifting and merging. We have this physical dimension that we're in a human body, but there is a heightened awareness of other dimensions that is kicking in to a much greater degree. And we will go through surges where it's accelerated. And when I take a look at these thinning of veils, so to speak, there's something in the biology that doesn't know how to navigate while staying grounded and clear and calm and centered. We might get like third eye headaches, crown headaches, back pain, central nervous system. You can't mentate, you can't think. You might not even be able to put the appropriate words together. I've been kind of watching it and seeing the reversal of, it's like the energetic form of dyslexia. And so I'm just going to ask the guides, the body deva, nature, spirit, physical human form. The soul knows how to receive these energy downloads, but it feels to me like the physical human form is really disoriented with these huge downloads that it experiences. And so just give me a minute as I take a look at that layer. Guides, team, body deva. So use a different template. Adjust it. Okay. So the very first step of this piece is to invite your body, deva, nature, spirit, physical human form that you are currently residing in to receive these energetic downloads as uploads. And your body, deva, nature, spirits, like the horse you ride, has a higher self. And when I look at this very particular protocol, I'm being shown that it has a higher self in the heart of earth. And so we reference point our higher self sometimes above us, but your body, deva, has sort of multiple higher selves because your body is a expression of earth. It is part of the consciousness of earth. And the body, deva, can have a higher self that encircles itself or is above itself, but it also has a higher self, a lower higher self in the heart of earth. And we're going to invite your body, deva, nature, spirit, physical human form at the level of its heart in the center of earth, higher self. It's the higher self, heart, earth center. And this really affects the knees. To work with its energetic fields and the guides, to activate an appropriate energetic program, filter, relay, receiving system in the heart of earth, where it expresses itself from, and to upload fully digested and integrated frequencies from the heart of earth to itself here in the physical human form, physical dimension. Interesting. What's being advised, and you get to sit with this to see if this works for you and resonates for you, depending, it might change. But to give yourself permission to receive information from your higher self, soul essence, from above. So above, it comes down. From your body, higher self, it comes up from the heart of earth. And we're asking your higher self, your body, deva's higher self, to configure these energetic downloads and uploads in the energetic system, repairing all appropriate energetic grids, templates, ways of receiving information in a fully balanced, grounded, supportive way. And I'm communicating a bit with Earth right now as well, and she's saying that when the body, deva, nature spirit, receives these energetic downloads from the heart of Earth in this way, it doesn't blow out the central nervous system, because there's this whole filtration, digestion, integration process that happens in the heart of Earth. Earth is receiving these energy downloads as well, and she receives them, digests them in the heart, and then energetically sends it up to the physical human form. And that energetic configuration is taking place. I'm just checking your spiritual guides, advisors, counselors in the higher realms, and they're still working with the mechanisms, gently releasing some of the old mechanisms for acquiring particular vibrations, bringing in more advanced and appropriate mechanisms for where you are at this point in time in your spiritual growth and evolution. And the next component that I'm being guided to speak to is the divine line of you, your body, deva, and your team. You as a soul essence have a river of light that flows on the front of your spine. Your body, deva, nature, spirit, physical human form has its own divine line that runs through the spine. It's the spinal cord. And then your team, they have divine lines in their energy bodies as they encircle you. Their divine lines are very similar to your divine line. It's simply a line of light. And when I look at the divine line of your soul essence that resides on the front of the spine, and then the body deva's divine line, the chakra systems that run up and down the spine is the place where these two divine lines exchange energetic information. Every chakra, there is different frequencies, different programs. The heart chakra is all about the giving, the serving, the love, the joy, the passion. The third chakra is the power, the will, our determination. The second chakra is the creative, the sexual, the emotional. The base chakra is the grounding, the support. Throat chakra is as how we express ourselves. The sixth chakra, which is the third eye, is how we energetically see and physically see. It's our clarity and our focus. And then the crown, which is at the top of the head, is how we are spiritually aligned with ourselves. So I didn't go totally in order, but those are the 7 chakras in the physical human form. We do have energy chakras above and below, but for all intensive purposes, we're speaking about these chakra systems and how energetic information is exchanged between the two divine lines. And what I'm seeing is that when we have physical problems, challenges, issues, illness, and also physical challenges in our outer world, like bank account, where is my beloved partner, where is my community and friends, what is my purpose, my passion, my direction, all of those external circumstances actually root from a communication breakdown between the divine line of you and your body deva, usually held in a chakra system or multiple chakra systems. And so I'm just going to take a look at the appropriate energetic protocol of how to open up those lines of communication. And you might sense and know where your blockage is on the spine, in those energy centers. Do you have issues around support? Do you have issues around will, follow through, determination? Support, again, is going to be the first chakra. Will, determination is the third chakra. Do you have a hard time expressing yourself? Self-awareness, passion, joy, creativity, that's the second chakra. Also a little bit the heart, that whole joy, passion, love component. And so I'm going to invite your higher self, your body deva's higher self, to work with the energetic fields and the guides, to energetically locate your divine line and your body deva's divine line. And then to scan, so some part of you at the level of your higher self, your body deva's higher self, is scanning your energy centers to see where there's blockages, where there are not open lines of communication, where inappropriate responsibilities are being held. In our chakra systems, we can carry responsibilities that are not ours. Our body can carry responsibilities that are not ours. And we're going to invite your body deva at the level of its higher self to return all appropriate responsibilities, to not hold any responsibilities that do not belong to itself. There's an exhaustion and a fatigue factor when we have our body and even our soul carry responsibilities that are not ours. As your body deva at the level of its higher self is given permission, and we plead with it to return responsibilities that do not belong to itself. We invite your higher self to work with your energetic fields and the guides to return all responsibilities that you're carrying in your energetic fields and your chakra systems that are not yours. As you return those responsibilities, we ask that the appropriate energetic information is relayed to whomever you are holding responsibility, we're holding responsibility for. And as those responsibilities release, just taking a look at the next layer. We invite your higher self, your body deva's higher self, to begin to repair all of the communication systems within all of the chakra systems. The second chakra looks very congested, and that's actually the seat of the soul. It's where our soul will come and anchor in. And we ask that any resistance that your soul had to coming in and incarnating in the physical human form, gently release up and off of the second chakra. Gaia, Earth, just appeared, and she is beating a sacred drum in her heart, in the heart of Earth. And that sacred drum beat helps your soul essence ground into the body without resistance, with a vibration of empowerment, trust, determination, joy, excitement, support. And we're just holding the space that in the appropriate dimension, Earth is beating a drum for you. And letting your soul essence, your higher self, very gently anchor in to the seat of the soul, to the Dantian, the Mingmen, the Wu Qi, the Merkabic disc at the second chakra. And bring in a tone with the energetic drum beat. We ask for an appropriate healing hologram to be placed around the second chakra, the Dantian, the Mingmen, the Wu Qi, the Merkabic disc, gently dissolving all resistance to this experience. For when we resist, we create struggle, drama, trauma, and pain. Bringing in an appropriate sacred geometric shape to dissolve all of that resistance to being in the physical human form. Pain will sometimes try to get us in the body. If we are not resisting being in the body, we perhaps do not need to use pain to get us in. Pain is very grounding in a very painful way. And we ask that any mechanisms that you're using of physical body pain as a way to be grounded in the body, to gently release up and off of this whole pelvic floor template. And we ask that you from the future as an ascended master come and gently ease you in to that whole second chakra, that base chakra. And then there is literally a soul fabric. It's the fabric of your essence. And what I'm seeing is that it is time to lay your soul fabric down on the front of the sacrum. We invite you at the level of your higher self to work with your energetic fields and the guides to energetically locate your soul fabric and to very gently attach that soul fabric of your essence onto your sacrum. As you do this in the higher realms, we invite your body deva at the level of its higher self to bring all of its will, all of its attachment, all of its loyalty and alignment back to its own divine line, to the Gaia earth energy off of all souls, all ancestors. And to align its will, its loyalty, its commitment, its attachment to its own divine expression in the physical form, in its physical form. We invite you as a soul essence to energetically locate all of the places you have placed your alignment, your loyalty, your commitment out onto other souls from all incarnations. As a way of connecting, serving, being protected, belonging, purpose, and to lift all of your commitment, alignment, and loyalty using your higher self, your energetic fields, off of all souls and back to your own divine line that resides on the front of the spine, staying committed and connected to the state of oneness, where we are all one, where we are all connected, where we are most loyal to the divine that runs within us. And allowing the higher self, the body, Deva's higher self, to gently reweave this loyalty, alignment, grid in the divine line. We ask for an appropriate sacred geometric healing hologram, shape mandala, sound frequency and light to be brought in at the third chakra, where your divine line runs, the divine line of the body, Deva, and that third chakra, solar plexus, energy center. And we're asking for an enlightened will matrix to be activated by your higher self and your body, Deva's higher self, aligning your intentions with your desires, rather your actions with your desires and intentions for you and your body, so that all of your will, all of your focus is aligned with a higher purpose, vibration, connection that supports your soul in its growth, its evolution, using evolved mechanisms that are supporting you at this time in your evolution. And I'm looking at the council, your spiritual advisors, and they're saying that there's the first layer has been completed around mechanisms, and they're asking me to take a look at the oversensitivity that we will get hooked into. The oversensitivity to sounds, to people, to situations, to circumstances, is when our soul was at a point in our evolution and we really needed a major hammer, something very loud and very intense. And they're in this whole reworking the mechanisms, the ways in which you spiritually grow and evolve, but we need to bring in a very specific mechanism to adjust the level of sensitivity that you might be experiencing in the world and adjust it appropriately. We invite you at the level of your higher self, your body, Deva's higher self, your team's higher self, to work with your energetic fields and the guides, to energetically calibrate your external awareness for your internal awareness appropriately. When you are very aware internally, you no longer need to keep creating external circumstances that are so obvious and so loud. They can be softer, they can be quieter, they can be whispers. So again, we're inviting your higher self, your body, Deva's higher self, your team's higher self, to work with your energetic fields and the guides, to energetically adjust all of the external circumstances, situations, mechanisms, to be quieter and softer, more appropriate for your heightened level of self-awareness that you have moved to. You don't have to magnetically draw to you very loud scenarios and situations. You just need a little gentle touch, a gentle whisper, and to notice it. So you don't have to be exposed to the blaring. And with that peace, I'm inviting your higher self and your body Deva's higher self and your team's higher self to increase the sound of your essence, to increase the sound of the essence of the body Deva, nature spirit. And this is happening in the higher realms first. We can't think this. We simply have to let go and ask the higher self, the body Deva's higher self, the team's higher self, to activate the vibration and the sound of the essence in the divine lines of you, your body Deva, and your team. It's also a very particular vibration that is unique to each one of us. We ask for the activation of that vibration in the divine lines, and let that be your loudest sound, your inner wisdom, your inner essence sound. It is very soothing, very supportive. It cleans the energy fields. And as the sound of your essence is activated in your divine line, we ask for an activation of the divine cosmic loop. We have this river of light that flows down the front of the spine. It goes out the base chakra, it goes all the way down into the heart of earth, and it loops back up behind you. And we actually want to run it through your planet of origin. You may be from Earth, and if that's the case, you will run that divine line all the way through the heart of Earth and then all the way back up to the heart of Source. But most of the people that resonate with the work that I do are not from Earth. They're from some other place, and that might not be the case for everyone. But if you have a planet of origin, you do not have to mentally know where that is. We ask that you are backed by your planet of origin, supported by your planet of origin, perhaps a ship, a beam of light, whatever it is your soul calls home. We invite your higher self to activate that sound of your essence down the front of your spine, to run that line of light all the way down through the heart of earth, to loop it back up behind you, through your planet of origin, to receive the appropriate energetic information, support, and reflections from that planet, and then to run that line through the heart of your planet of origin, all the way back up to the heart of Source, where that divine aspect of you exists and expresses itself from. The divine spark runs the line down through the top of the head, down the front of the spine. Gently updating all reference points, all ways in which you perceive, and then we're asking that you at the level of your higher self energetically locate the appropriate support grids that you feel on your planet of origin or wherever that place is, and to reflect that level of support to you here as you journey here in this world. There may be energetic levels of consciousness, vibrations, frequencies, sounds, spiritual family that has the capacity to support you in this world, and we ask that it's reflected from that higher dimensional realm to you here in this realm, in this world. Good. We're just going to take a pause, let all of these pieces integrate. I'm going to take a breath. Okay. Right. This next piece has to do with actually that vibration of fatigue. And over the last few months, we've been going through huge energetic shifts. We've done a ton of work. And whenever, in the higher realms, and whenever we do that level of work in the higher realms, there's always like kind of a crash period. Sometimes it's 10 days, sometimes it's 2 weeks. But when I take a look at the fatigue that we're in right now, it actually feels like it's buffering us from all of these huge changes that some part of us has done. And I'm going to invite you at the level of your higher self, your body deva's higher self, your team's higher self, to energetically simply reference point all of those energetic grid shifts that have happened. And to energetically update your reference points. To gently release the fatigue as the mechanism for waiting until it's complete, like we've done it. To pull your energy off of those higher vibrational grids where you've already done your redesign. The redesign is over. We don't have to keep the pedal to the metal when the work is already done. And we're asking your higher self, your body deva's higher self, to realign your energy, your life force appropriately to now integrate, connect, and utilize this higher grid vibrational template in the physical realm, in the appropriate dimensions. So we're basically just taking all of that energy and we are realigning it to the present breath of now and aligning it for integration, assimilation, instead of working something that's already done. Good. And the other fatigue piece is a heightened level of awareness of other dimensions. In June of 2013, we are going to enter into a very dreamy but heightened awareness state. We may be able to even perceive beings in other realms and hear guides more clearly, which is lovely, but it can also be a little bit freaky and a little bit scary if you are not used to navigating a multidimensional reality. And so it feels like some of that fatigue is being used to buffer that potential heightened awareness. And I'm going to invite your higher self, your body deva's higher self, your team's higher self to bring in the appropriate energetic filters, templates, grids, consciousness and belief systems, awareness with that vibration of inner kindness, inner trust, inner empowerment to deal with that heightened sensitivity that comes in June. And will continue over the years. We're actually asking for an angelic buffering system in addition to your team to help you feel this heightened awareness without being frightened of it. We invite your team at the level of their higher selves to calibrate their energy fields, their knowing and their calm of other dimensions, and to get your team at the level of their higher selves to align to the appropriate dimensions that actually have the capacity to support them 100%, for them not to hold their awareness in dimensions that might be frightening. Invite your team at the level of their higher selves to energetically locate all of their awareness that they're holding in all dimensions, and to only hold their awareness in the appropriate dimensions that are of love, light, joy, gentleness, divine boundaries, energetic integrity. So much easier. That'll help also if we've been having nightmares, bad dreams. Good. Gently updating all reference points, all ways in which you perceive. Taking a deep breath in. We're starting to get kind of full energetically, but I want to take a look and see if there are other layers. This last piece has to do with the physical human form, the body, and the craniosacral fluid. Also headaches, head pressure. And when we experience higher vibrations, energy downloads, a release of old patterns and clearing, those heavy old memories, those heavy old belief systems or behaviors that were very limiting, they had a very weighty energy to them. And as our energy systems release this weight, some part of us starts to move our vibration up. Whenever we start to access higher frequencies, we need to balance the electrical and the magnetic frequencies within the craniosacral fluid, within the chakra systems. And Earth has this really beautiful balance in her electrical and magnetic system, We're inviting your body deva at the level of its higher self to work with its energetic fields and the guides to energetically locate the balance of the electrical and the magnetic fields in the heart of Earth that's happening all the time. Body, Deva, Nature, Spirit, energetically locate that balance of the electrical and the magnetic in the heart of Earth. The Earth is constantly maintaining a balance between those two. Right. And then to use that same instantaneous balancing of the electrical and the magnetic in your own system. And also aligning the electrical and the magnetic frequencies to those magnetic shifts. The magnetic pole is constantly shifting and changing in a very subtle way. But we invite your body, Deva, to keep its reference points and its awareness, its little update in the heart of Earth with the balanced electrical and the magnetic frequencies in the heart of Earth. Right. And then that comes a greater level of support for the physical human form. As it spiritually grows and evolves, it has its very own unique consciousness. We ask that you're wrapped in sheets of rainbow light, gently sealing these vibrations in, updating all of your reference points, all of your support grids, mechanisms for spiritually growing and evolving. We invite you at the level of your higher self, your team's higher self, your body, Deva's higher self, to continue working with your spiritual advisors, your spiritual counsel, to bring in more evolved ways of accessing the vibrations your soul intends, more efficient mechanisms, tools that empower you and move you into greater degrees of clarity, joy, service, and modeling of right energy. Balancing and stabilizing. We bring in the vibration, the essence of salt. At the level of the higher self, the body, Deva's higher self, the team, to gently clean and clear all of the vibrations, the mass consciousness, the old belief systems, in the appropriate dimensions. We ask that that salt that has mastery of appropriate boundaries as well support your energetic system in holding appropriate boundaries, honoring your own inner journey, loyalty to your own divine essence, commitment to your own divine essence in every breath. We are in deep gratitude to the angelic realm, to the seven gateway guides, the tall cup guides, to the ascended masters, to Kuan Yin, to Earth, for holding a space of love, of gentleness, as we navigate in the physical human form, as we as souls attain particular vibrations that helps us in our soul's growth, our journey, our evolution, our expansion. We are in deep gratitude to you for the courage that you carry in your heart to shift, grow, and evolve, to use a higher vibrational aspect of yourself that you may not be able to see or hear, but some part of you knows that it's there. Let it be so. Aho. In the physical realm, with people in their bodies, is these huge kundalini releases, and that can show up as like numbness and tingling, weird sensations kind of moving in the body. And the kundalini is literally the spiritual energy of the body starting to get activated, the spiritual energy of the soul essence getting activated. So if you are having weird sensations in the body, you have to be discerning, but I invite you to ponder experiencing those sensations for a few days from a perspective of this is good. Totally open, surrender, and allow, and see it more as energy moving in the body. When we go into fear and resistance, it can actually create greater pain, and it takes longer for the energy to move. So not always is it Kundalini, but give yourself permission for 2 or 3 days, unless it's a different kind of situation, to celebrate strange sensations in the body and see if by just celebrating them, opening to them and seeing them as energy moving, shifting, changing, transforming, and releasing, if those sensations then go away once they've run their cycle. This last piece has to do with the jaw. And when we clench our jaw, there is a connection in with the third chakra. The third chakra is the power, the will, the solar plexus, digestion, stomach, spleen, liver, gallbladder. And in truth, the jaw is actually like the mouth, is the very beginning of our digestive system. And this layer that I'm seeing has to do with this huge paradigm shift that we are all in the middle of. The jaw is also very similar to the hips, just in pure bone structure. And so when I take a look at this paradigm shift that we're having and going into, we're literally leaving one world behind and entering into a new vibrational world. The solar plexus, the jaw, the hips are having a hard time aligning with that and letting go of the old. I'm going to invite your higher self, your body Deva's higher self, your team's higher self, to work with your energetic fields and the guides to energetically locate the old world that we are leaving behind, the old vibrational world that we're leaving behind, that the body has been linked to, that our soul perhaps has been linked to, our team has been linked to. And as we energetically locate this old paradigm, it's like the old earth, we invite the higher self, the body Deva's higher self, to very gently and gracefully align all of the energy systems, all of the chakra systems, the skeletal system, to this new higher vibrational Gaia grid. We first do it in the higher realms. Don't do this with your mind. There we go. Let the higher self, body Deva's higher self, team's higher self, simply readjust to a higher vibrational template, to align all of the crystalline structures to this higher vibrational template, to relax the jaw, to relax the digestive system, to align the crystalline structures within and around the eyes of the knee, to align the crystalline structures within and around the sphenoid bone behind the nose, to this higher vibrational new earth grid. Updating all reference points, all ways in which you perceive. Again, we ask that you're wrapped in sheets of rainbow light, gently sealing these vibrations in. We are in deep gratitude for being of service to you in this way. Let it be so. Aho.